Hi, Sally. I'm going to do a quick little video to help you out here. Okay, so the first things first, I'm looking at C, now, straightforward, C 48, okay? Column C, row 48, okay? I'm looking at that, and it's a date when it should be a number. That means that I need to change the format. So I'm going to click on Format, Number, I'll just put number. Now notice up here it's got room for decimal places. This is at 2 decimal places, but I'll just reduce it to 0 decimal places by using the decreased decimal places. And that will just give you the correct look, okay? Sometimes it gives you dates. You just need to go back and change that. Now with all of these, all you're doing when you add a column, when you need to do more calculations, you take a look at notice that up here, this is the formula bar right here. And so in this cell, which is D49, it's going to take the number of hours, which is right here, which is C49. Notice the numbers right here, C49, and multiply it by the hourly rate. In this case, it's $40. Okay, so all I need is, I don't have that. So in D50, it would take whatever hours are here and multiply it by 40. So in order to do that, I'm going to click, I'm going to make an equal sign in the formula. That means that's telling the computer, the spreadsheet, that I want to start a formula. And I want to take the number of hours that is in C50 for this week, and I want to multiply it by 40. So the multiplier is shift and then 8. And I'm going to multiply it by 40. I hit enter. Notice there's nothing here. I can test it. I say, oh, if they worked 34 hours, I click somewhere else, and it'll automatically update. It'll come over here and update that for the week. Okay, I don't want to do that yet, so I'm going to change that back to 0 hours. Very simple. It's just multiplying, and you can pick up on any of these by looking at the other formulas in that row, or any of these rows. That's all you're doing, is you're taking these rows and making them, and all this one is D. It's multiplying the number that's in C, in the C column, by 40 for any of these, okay, to update them. Now a couple other things going on here. You've got this reference right here, circular dependency. So this one is saying take Q49, which is down here, and adding it to R48, which is that cell itself. That's what's called the circular reference. So what we want to do is we want to take the number above it, which is the week's total up to that point. So that's going to be R47. And we want to add the number that is in Q48. So I'm going to start a formula here. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to hit equals to start the new formula. Sorry, I hit the minus. I'm going to put the equals in, and then I'm going to say I want to add last week's total, and I want to add it to this week's payroll, Q48. That's all it is. Okay, so it takes the week before and adds it right here. Adds it to that week's total. So the reference here is, the formula is equals the cell above to the cell adjacent to it. So let's change this one. So we want it to equal R48. And I can just put the equals on and click on this one to pick up the R48. And I want to add it to this week's payroll, which is going to be Q49. And one other thing. Okay, and then I hit enter to test it. There we go. It pops in. So you can just continue. Keep doing that for any of these rows. And it's good practice to kind of do this manually for a while. And I'll leave that up to you. Now notice that, we get to week 34. No, there's not enough. So what you do is you click on the week 52 and say I need to add some weeks. What you can do is you can right click on the row number, which in this case is 52, and you can insert one below, which means it'll insert a whole new row. So it added a row, but it keeps all the other references current. It changes. You want to do it that way because then the materials all of these references will remain correct. Okay, hope that helps.